here's the thing with social media too. It's not all about posting.
Everyone wants to own the ocean.
Yeah.
Fucking own the puddle first.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Own the puddle, then you can go to the pond, then you can do the lake, then worry about the ocean.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to dive into the ocean and they're a little fish.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't do that. That's not how this works. That's not how this game works.
But then once you start winning at a few of the platforms, so say it's Facebook and Instagram, starting looking at the other ones. Whatever it is, post on your passion. And if it's a business thing, post on your business. Business is also easy.
I'll give you a little hack.
Yeah, one thing is posting. The other thing is...
Welcome back to another episode of $1 Million Days. How you doing, George?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. I'm so good. So pumped. Life's good.
Life is very good.
I walked out of the house this morning and it was later than I normally walk out of the home. And I walked out with a smile on my face. So I actually said to myself, how good's life? Got to kiss my kids good mornings. Have a great day at school.
Why was it later than
Tried to kiss my wife. She pushed me away, but still was all right. I kissed my dog. I'm like, good day.
You're like, 3 out of 4?
3 out of 4. Good odds. Yeah.
Doing all right.
Doing all right. So no, I was happy, mate. I was happy.
Yeah. Why'd you walk out later?
I slept in. Yeah. Decided to sleep in today.
Why not?
Yeah. So I was a bit tired. Been training pretty hard, so I just wanted a bit more of a rest. And I did. I decided to take an executive decision. And mind you, I was still out of the home. I walked out the door at 7.
Yeah.
So that's a sleep in for me.
Yeah, it's still earlier than most.
Yeah. But normally I'm up at 5:30-ish, in the office at 6, thereabouts. And today I just wanted to take my time. That's the beauty of being your own boss and doing what you want to do when you want to do it.
Doing what you want to do when you want to do it. I like it, man. I was actually thinking about you yesterday.
Nice.
You prompted me now to remember that. And it was because... Sorry, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before. And it was because I was like... I was looking at a Fitbit. Someone was showing me their Fitbit. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, I wear a Whoop.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, I know that.
And I probably don't use the Whoop to its full potential. Like I check my sleep, but I don't. It's got a whole bunch, like it can manage stress, it can coach you, you can manage your training sessions, recovery, and I don't use it to its full potential. And then I thought, but it doesn't check my steps.
Oh, doesn't it really?
It doesn't do steps.
That's shit. Yeah.
But then I thought, hey, my watch does steps.
Yes, it does.
And then I thought, let me see how many steps I've done today.
Yeah.
So I check it.
Yeah.
And do this at night. Do you know how many steps I've done?
Well, tell me, was it an active day for you? Were you in the office? Or were you working? Was it a working day?
It was a working day, yeah.
All right, I'm going to say 6,000.
6,000, I think 1,300.
Shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, George told me he does 10,000 steps a day.
10.
I was like, 1,300. What have I done? What am I doing? Did I just lay down all day?
I know. It's fucked.
What was I doing today?
My coach wants me to do 12 and a half a day now.
Dude, I was shocked. I was very shocked, man.
Do you know who did this? Mr. Beast, actually. He lost a ton of weight. You know what he did? Just walk 15,000 steps a day.
That's it.
We're hunter-gatherers by nature. So we used to need to walk that much to go and gather food in order for us to survive. Now everything's at the tip of our fingers. It's there. So we don't need to get up and walk. And especially for people that have office jobs, you're sitting from 8 to 10 hours a day on there. You got to get up.
I was a little bit disappointed in myself.
Yeah, and it's good that you've seen that because now at least you can turn around. I mean, were you wearing your watch all day?
Yeah,
you never take it off or rarely take it off?
Shower.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you don't even take it off in the shower?
I take it off in the shower.
Oh, did you?
You leave your watch on in the shower?
When I used to have an Apple Watch, yeah. They're waterproof. I used to swim in it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just like the clean under wrists.
Yeah, so get your steps up.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked.
Did you walk here to the office today? You fucking dad.
Of course
I even offered to pick you up.
You did.
Just for context, Robbie lives closer than I do to my office.
Probably. Then I was thinking about how you said, I walk. You were walking to work at one point.
Yeah, because I have to, because it's the only way I'm going to get the steps in. So I'll go for a walk at lunchtime most times, and then I'll take the dog for a walk at nighttime as well. And then that's when I get my steps up. And if I'm on site, here's the thing, for most site people, 10 to 20,000 steps is nothing if you're based out on site most of the time because you're walking all day.
Yeah.
It's only when you're literally behind a desk or have an office job, whatever it might
Dude,
be.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocked. I could not believe it. I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Man, like, what have I become?
The game. Well, what did we speak about yesterday? Last episode, playing a bigger game.
Playing a bigger game, yeah.
Set the target. And maybe you don't have to do it at 10,000 till day one. Just start at 5. Just baby steps.
Yeah, I've got it because I was like, what do you use to track it? The activity app?
Yeah, I've got an Auro ring. So that's how I use it. It tells me my steps. It's so the Auro ring's similar to the Whoop.
Maybe this does track steps.
It tracks my steps. It tracks my sleeping patterns. It does a lot of the stuff that yours does. But I just didn't want to wear another thing around my wrist.
Yeah, see, I don't like rings. Because I was looking at both of them and I go, this?
Did you hear that, women? He doesn't like rings.
Yeah. Take note. Take note. This doesn't do steps, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't do steps. Or I just don't know how to use it.
Google it.
Sure. Later,
not now. We've got shit to do.
Bigger fish to fry.
We've got things to talk about. We've got knowledge bombs to drop.
Knowledge.
We've got people that are waiting for us to fill their brains with amazing things. Change their life.
Change their lives.
We're going to help you play a bigger game.
So
And you hearing us talk about...
Yeah, you heard the last episode.
Thinking about each other.
Yeah.
It's probably not what you came here for. Or it is. It's what I came here for.
Is it? Me too.
Sick.
We talked about playing a bigger game last time, right? And just recently, you've had your marketing and branding event with your elite guys.
Yep.
I like the word elite, by the way.
I think it's good. I was thinking when I came up with the company name, it's like, what could I call it? And it's like, I wanted to be the best. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
And elite fits well. So builder, elite. I was like, you could say elite builder, but no, still not builder, elite. That's what I was going to
What does elite mean to you?
Means being at the top of your game. So being the pinnacle.
The pinnacle.
The go-to. The GOAT. You are the 1% of the 1%, the elite.
I've got, this is my, better put this thing on silent. This is my definition of elite. I see only people, the only people I classify as elite are people who are elite in all areas of their life. Yeah. So for example, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Greatest comedian. Not elite. Still darts. Still, like, you know what I mean? Still sits there smoking weed. Doing all this. Good idea. That's the life you want to live. I love him. I love his comedy. I'm a big fan. Not elite.
Yep.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Elite.
Yeah.
Health, family, relationships, business, money, fitness. Best to ever do it. Like, you know what I mean? Clocking every area of his life.
I reckon he'll keep playing till his like late 40s, by the way.
He'll keep going?
Yeah. He's got the body for it. And when I say body, I mean he's a machine.
Dude, have you seen LeBron James's accomplishments lately?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They'll keep going because
amazing.
LeBron James programs sleep into his day. I heard it on the Calm app, and he actually makes sleep one of his most important meetings. And he programs it at like 2:30 every single day. He'll have a nap and sleep.
During the middle of the day?
During the middle of the day, yeah.
Wow. I heard that Cristiano Ronaldo does that 10, 20 minutes of sleep every 4 hours. Have you heard that?
I have heard that, yeah.
And he doesn't sleep overnight.
Yeah,
he
heard
sleeps
that.
every
I don't know if
4
that's
hours.
true.
I don't know if it's true either. Apparently it's a true concept though.
Yeah, I've looked at it once.
Apparently if you do it for 10 days, you can continue. Like the first 10 days is the hardest. And then once you crack 10 days.
So how does it work again?
So every 4 hours you sleep for 20 minutes.
So I don't know if I could do that.
Right now you don't, because you're like, I want to go into a deep sleep, blah, blah, blah. But apparently your body adapts and you can do it. Because then if you think about it, you only end up sleeping over a 24-hour period. You only end up sleeping for 2 hours. Because you sleep 20 minutes every 4 hours. So 24 hours, you'll sleep 6 times, which 6 times 20 is 120 minutes, 2 hours. And supposedly you get a lot more shit done because you now have 22 hours of awakeness. And apparently you're sharp as. It's not like you're drained and tired.
Yeah, interesting.
Like sharp as. But apparently you also...
Good to see some clinical studies on that one.
Yep. I've actually watched... this has gone so sideways. I've actually watched... I think it was Business Insider. And they had one of their team members do it, and they reported, and they were like, by day 6, they were cooked. They were like, this is the hardest thing ever. I can't keep my eyes open, struggling. But then by day 10, they were like, I feel so awake. This is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd want to be making the most of your time in the night, like during the early hours in the morning.
Not just watching Netflix.
Yeah.
All these
because if you're going to do that, you want to fucking be just dominating.
Utilize your 22 hours.
That time, you just want to be
no
taking
time
souls.
excuses.
You want to take souls at that time.
I was actually talking to someone about this the other day. I said, the only thing you can't do is you can't do anything that's 5 or 6 hours long. Because he goes, how would I have went to this concert? Because he took his missus to the Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah.
And he was like, apparently best concert, by the way. Well, he's like, I was shattered. I was going. Yeah, but he goes, it was unbelievable. It was the best performance I've ever seen.
It would have been an amazing spectacle to actually watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's very impressive, everything she's done and what she's doing. It's a fucking religion, almost. Do you know what I mean?
A ridiculously powerful brand.
Yeah. Very powerful brand, doesn't she? I like how you just went into that.
Segue.
That's it.
All right. But to close off what I was saying, what was I talking about? 20 minutes of sleep.
No, if something happens longer than 5 hours. So you don't want to drive to
Sydney,
so
he's like, how would I go to the concert if I was doing that? And I was like, well, you wouldn't. Or in the middle, you'd be like, I'm back.
You just sit down on the slide
car. Yeah, go to the car.
Just take a sleeping bag.
20 minutes, out, back up, boom, let's go.
Yeah.
You'd have to be able to fall asleep anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd have to, there would probably be scenarios where you couldn't sleep. You needed to stay up for that long.
Yeah. Also, I think doing anything extreme like that, you actually feel the difference. And what I mean is, have you ever fasted?
Yes.
For how long?
I used to do fasting on a daily basis.
Like intermittent?
Intermittent fasting, but not for a long time, maybe a day or two at the most.
When you do like a 3+ sort of, even day 2, you feel so much clearer on day 2.
Yeah.
People don't believe it. They're like, no way you feel good. And you're like, dude, I feel amazing. I feel sharp. I feel on. I feel like I don't need much sleep. I feel like I'm thinking clearly. I feel good. I've got high energy. I'm not hungry. But day 1's usually pretty hard.
Yeah.
But it's like anything where it's really extreme, like the sleep thing as well, it's like you achieve a new level that most people don't really ever get to touch or see.
Yeah.
That's the key to being elite.
Yeah, well, you touched on it with saying, I mean, your definition of elite was those people that had all aspects of their life ticked off, not just one of them.
Yeah. That's for me. Like, I classify that person as elite.
Yeah.
You know, if they are...
So if it's, as you said, a Chappelle, but he smokes and drinks, then it's not elite.
He's like, sits there darting on stage.
Usain Bolt, but then he's, I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
you're doing strippers every 15 minutes.
You're doing one thing really well. Shout out, Usain Bolt. If you're doing everything well, that's my definition of elite. Like, that is an elite human. Whereas if you're doing one thing well, it's great, but you're not elite.
You're not elite. Sorry about that.
And I think there's some people who are great in a particular area, but don't meet. And this is my own criteria. Like, I had a conversation with someone once. Yeah, it's not. I'll write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's elite.
I like that. I resonate with that. And this comes down again, we were talking about playing a bigger game, having a scarcity mindset. A lot of these people might be thinking, no, I'm going to be really good at this. I'm going to be the best builder. But then my personal life sucks.
And
I'm going through
the worst relationship.
Exactly, worst relationship, divorce. My kids don't see me. They don't know me. They don't like me. But you're the best builder.
Yeah, but you're a really good builder.
Yeah.
And you made a lot of money.
So you failed.
But you failed everything else. Yeah. It's like, well, you probably failed then.
Yeah. And that's why even in our trainings, it's so funny because we don't just teach one thing. We don't just teach an element of construction or systems or brand. Like, we teach other things outside of business too, because ultimately that's why you set your business up in the first place. You know, we teach life. We teach how you guys can be lifing and doing it well.
How to life well.
How to life well. So we've dropped a couple of little hints since we've been talking back and forth, and today's topic is about brand. BRAD.
Close.
Close? Brand.
Not really.
So it's something that we both have a lot to do with.
Yes,
Both of us. And we've invested a lot of time and money into it as well. This, what we're doing right now, all brand.
All brand. It's
all brand.
It's fun.
Every aspect of it. It's fun brand.
Like it's fun.
So, like, think about over the last... I'm actually curious. I'm going to go on our Instagram page for $1 Million Days podcast.
Yep. How many posts?
Yeah.
I would say 90.
94.
Oh, fuck. That's
94 posts. But you look at that, that's really good. In the space, how long has this been going for now?
4 months?
Yeah.
5 months?
So there's not many people... No, I don't think it's that long. But you look at that from a perspective of what we're doing. And this is one of 3 accounts we've got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just...
You know what I mean? And to post 94 posts, there's people that don't do that in the space of 4 months. There's people that don't do that in the space of 3 years.
Yeah, so it's like consistently about 4 times.
It's consistently, you're posting every episode. You're probably doing 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. And plus then there's other posts that you'll put on your own page and other people's pages and stuff like that. So it's great from that perspective that this is a real branding exercise, but the benefit of building that brand, not only just for the $1 Million Days brand, because that in itself is a brand, it's worth something. Okay, you could turn around and say, George, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, and I could get someone else to come in on this podcast and the brand still exists.
Or we could get this to the point where we focus on the production of the brand and we don't necessarily do all the hosting, just like Fox FM.
Yeah. Yeah, you almost become like a radio station. Yeah.
They have
$1 Million
different
Days
hosts.
podcast.
Yeah.
It's other people coming
And
in
then we
and
have
chatting on
different,
it.
and we start to get other people to come on.
Yep.
And then it goes from, okay, cool, you're now here. Now you might drop off. And then we'll get someone else there. And then I might drop off. And then now they're hosting it.
You can cover different topics across a broad spectrum of experiences as well. We could have a naturopath here and do a naturopath session. Do you know what I mean? And you could have someone in another space. You could have someone doing whatever, life coaching.
So, yeah, how to life.
How to life.
How to life your life.
So,
What's the
for people not building brand, what's your advice to them? I suppose if you don't have a business, okay, let's do it like that. If you don't have a business, do you need to build a brand?
Here's my take on it. Everyone's building brand. Everyone.
Yep.
Your brand is what people think or say about you.
And maybe you're just single and you want to find someone. Well, then you're building your brand there, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're
you have a brand in the dating world. People look at you and they think something and they're like, oh yeah, this girl or this guy is good, bad.
Yeah, and you may not be on one of the apps or something, but it could even just be on your own Instagram page, for example.
Yeah, they have some perception of you. So everyone, to some degree, is building brand. And one of my favorite sayings is people are going to make a judgment of you anyway. Not in a bad way, but they're going to look at you and they're going to think something. It's human nature. We look at things and we judge them for what it is. Hey, a car's coming, I shouldn't cross the road. A good judgment. Hey, this guy's a dick. Maybe not a good judgment. You're judging him the wrong way. You don't know his story. But we judge everything. It's how we've gotten to this point.
Yeah.
That's how we think. So people are going to think something of you. So why not try and influence what they're going to think? Why not try and have some control? Not all, you can't, but some control on how you're perceived to other people.
Yeah, 100%.
But we do as well. We just don't think that we do because a lot of people people want to wear cool. I can just not cool top. People want to wear. It's all right. It's a guy. I make this up. But people want to wear cool clothes. People want to wear particular brands because if we associate ourselves, so our own brand, to that brand, it elevates us.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean? If I walk around in Gucci and it gives off a perception that I've got money, I can afford these products, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, which is why people like it.
Yeah, people build an emotional connection with it.
Yeah.
So how they look, how they feel, how they're perceived. That's ultimately what it is. And if you think about, you say, I'm not influenced by brand, you are.
Everyone is.
Everyone is influenced by brand. There's a reason why you wearing a no-name brand T-shirt is a brand in itself. Is you making a statement to say, I'm not wearing a branded T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
your TV. What TV? Like most people. Sorry.
That's so good.
I know you like it. You can use it.
Next
time you're on stage.
Dude, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it takes, like someone said to me, I used to work at Mercedes. This is the perfect example that relates to the T-shirt thing. And we used to get a company car.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I'm paying for this. Like you get fringe benefit, FBT, fringe benefit tax. So you're paying for the car. Like you're getting taxed for it. So I'm like, dude, there's a pool of cars, maybe 25 different cars. I want to take the best car I can.
Yeah.
I'm paying the same amount. And I felt as though there was a perception of, so you won't drive the A-class. And I was like, if I have to, I will. But if I can choose, and you choose an A-class, unless you like the A-class, which is okay. But if you don't, if you're doing it to choose, like to be like I'm modest.
Yeah.
I'm humble. I'll drive anything that has 4 wheels.
Yeah.
That's a brand.
It is.
Yeah. I wasn't like that. I was like, dude, I'm fucking paying for this. I want the best thing I can get. Absolutely. I want the most value for my money. And if I can take an E-class or a C-class, I'm going to take that every single time. If it means I have to wait 10 minutes, if it means I have to get it washed, I want to drive home in comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. But people used to look at me like, oh, what a level of arrogance. And I was like, it's not arrogance, it's value, you idiots. Yeah. I used to get so upset. But yeah, same thing. That in itself is saying that they are humble. You're 100% right. Not wearing Gucci is the same thing as wearing Gucci in a different direction.
Exactly the same thing. And everyone that says, I'm not influenced by brand, but you are. Because your TV at home, most people are going to buy a Samsung TV and they're going to stick with Samsung TV. Or they're going to be like, no, Sony's the best.
Samsung TV?
I do, actually. But I had a Sony. No, I had an LG previously until my daughter. Yeah, it was a great TV until my daughter threw a toy at it and cracked the screen. It was one of those really ultra thin ones that was like paper thin. And then she threw a toy at it when she was like 2 years old. So she owes me a TV when she's 21. I'll let her know about it.
She'll watch this episode. Really?
She'll watch it back. So
also,
most people will keep with that brand. And it's like you can come back to your comment in a sec. Keep it in your mind because sometimes we say shit and then we forget.
Here you
go. Your car. The car you're driving. A lot of people, I'll go back to builders, for example, and tradies. They'll buy a Hilux and that's the only car they're going to go with from now until the end of time. The new model comes out, I'm getting another Hilux. I'm getting a Hilux. I'm getting a Ranger. And they continue with that brand. It's very few people go from this car to this car to this car to this car and keep changing different models or whatever it might be.
Why?
Because they have an emotional connection with the brand. They like how it makes them look, how it makes them feel, how the reliability. Toyota's what's that catch saying? Unbreakable. I'm sure you can break a Toyota if you tried hard enough. Okay, but their brand is no, we are unbreakable. We're the car that lasts forever. We're reliable. If you don't want that, go and buy a Ford.
What's your favorite four-wheel drive?
As in from a ute perspective?
Yeah.
I would probably stay with the Rangers. I've had actually, funny enough, I've been the type that's actually swapped cars almost all the time. And consistently, I've had a Hilux, I've had a Navara, an Amarok, so I'm a Volkswagen, and I've had a Ranger. And I think the Ranger's the best out of all of them.
Rangers, dude, have you driven the new Rangers?
No, I haven't. I ordered one and then I cancelled it because they were fucking me around. And it was during the time when they actually said it would be here in December. And I'm like, cool, no worries. We'll put my car up for sale, did all that to another car I had. And then it didn't rock up. And then they're like, oh, sorry, it's delays, it's this. And then it finally rocks up because, we've got to clean them. We found seeds on the tyres. And it was like another 2 months. And then by that stage, I bought a new car. I bought my wife a car and they said, stuff it, I'm just going to keep this one now. And then I cancelled the order. But will I buy another one? Yeah, if I get another ute, I would. I would buy another one.
Rangers are sick.
Yeah, they're great cars. I think they look good. Man. So for me, I like the look of them. I think they're the best looking on the market at the moment. I saw a new Amarok the other day. That looked nice too. I would buy another. Amaroks were a really nice car when I had that. I would have bought another one then. But yeah, the Rangers, to me at the moment, I think the Rangers are the best one. And I would probably buy the Raptor if I bought another ute.
That's the top end.
That's their most expensive one, like the off-road version.
That's sick car.
Yeah, it's cool. It looks good.
They got Wild Track and Ranger.
Yeah.
Wild Track and Raptor.
Yeah. So then, okay, I'm buying a Wild Track and I'm going to put Pascon on the side. A Ranger, I'm going to put Pascon on the side of it. What's that say about my business brand now?
Yeah, you're associating it to...
Or I go and buy one of the big American V8s. What's that say about? I put Pascon on the side of it. What's that say about my business?
Well, like
like the Chevys or the Rams.
Ram, yeah. Rams are sick.
Yeah, they're nice cars. I got into one the other day, like really nice car,
really
big
cool
car.
So much compartments.
Yeah, but why? So you don't need that car in Australia unless you're towing heavy loads, 3 tons plus.
3 ton plus.
You don't need it. You just do not need that car.
It's a big
car.
vehicle,
It's a massive car. It's a truck.
Yeah,
And it's a V8.
Cool.
So
Looks cool.
So I'm going to buy that car for my business now, as a builder.
You're going to piss people off?
Yeah, it could potentially. So there's a number of ways that this can be perceived. A, I genuinely need the car to tow a excavator. All right, so I need a big car like that. No problems. But then there'll be other people like, the greenies. How could you go buy a big V8 in Australia? You don't need something like that. You're just polluting the country. Then there'll be other people going, well, that's a $180,000 car. You're obviously making too much money and I'm not going to choose you as my builder. So limiting beliefs here now that we've spoken about. Or there'll be the other flip of the coin. Oh, wow. You're driving a big V8. You obviously don't care about fuel. You obviously don't care that the car costs 180 grand. You must be a really successful builder and doing really well for yourself. Yeah. Awesome. I'm going to use you. But you see how all those different notions come out, and you've got to take that into consideration perhaps when you're doing your company. So if I bought, this is interesting, pretend I've never met you and I'm your builder and I rock up to your house in a Bentley. And you live in Glen Waverley. And I've rocked up to build your $2 million home, but it's in a Bentley. What are you thinking?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I would sit there like a sick car, man.
Do you think a lot of people would? But would your perception be like, I'm going to get a cheap quote from this guy?
No. I would think this guy's making bank. Man.
Yeah.
Like this guy's doing very well for himself. I'd want to learn from him, and that's my perception.
But I think you're unique in that regard. I think the way we think when it comes to stuff like that, I think it's very unique these days.
I want that. Like I'd be like, dude, like,
you'd
that's
be
sick,
impressed.
man. I want to do that. Like what you're doing right now,
Show me.
I want to be doing the same thing. Show me how you did it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, fuck this guy.
Making too much money. He's not going to build my home.
Yeah.
He's going to rip me off.
Yeah, so he must be ripping people off.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Dodgy builder.
Yeah.
So how funny. You've got huge success delivering exceptional projects, so you've bought a nice car, and then you're still branded as a dodgy builder.
You're branded through other people's perception.
Yeah.
You can't control how other people see the world.
Correct. Well, you can influence it.
Yeah, but you can't control it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So, touching back, why don't people focus on building brand?
I think there's a lot of effort that goes behind it.
I think it's also it's delayed gratification.
Yes, without a doubt.
Because you don't see
the result. You don't post and then the phone rings. Do you know what I mean?
Sick.
How good would that be? It'd be a multi. We'd be doing this from the chopper this episode.
Post heaps.
That's it.
That's
the problem with it.
You know what, pa? That's the fucking advantage with it.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if this is hard, most people don't have the patience, I can beat everyone here. Do you know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
I'll outwork you.
Like last episode, the red and green dice. If you haven't listened to it, you need to listen to it. It'll change your life. Actually, last episode was great. If you haven't listened to the last episode, I want you to go back and listen to it. What number is it? Figure it out.
Whatever this one is.
Figure it out. Deduct one from this number episode.
23.
Yeah.
I think.
Really good episode.
If this is episode 23 and I'm calling the last one 23,
shit.
I apologize. I don't.
Anyway, I apologize, but I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I don't mean it.
Just crossing my fingers. Just crossing my fingers.
Fingers are crossed under the table.
You can't see because it's a podcast. You're listening to it.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
We were talking about delayed gratification.
Yeah, and you're right. It's because people don't do it that the ones that will and take advantage of it will absolutely dominate the space.
I think also, if you only post when you feel good, you're letting things... Oh, dude, I heard this sick saying. Have you read Atomic Habits?
Mm-mm.
Me either. But this is from that book. And I've actually got the book. I should read it. And it
says...
List. Yeah, the list. Fuck, what a list.
What a list. I probably need to pick your brain on some books, actually.
Really?
I've got a few ahead. I've got a few ahead of me, but I always, when I start thinking about books I read, I was often, because I know, so something that Robbie does, which everyone should do. It's like when someone tells you, hey, have you read this book? And you're like, no, you buy it on the spot.
On the spot, dude.
On the spot, Amazon.com.
No brainer.
.au.
$25
/ get this book.
$20, $25, $30. It's like You're going to spend it on lunch anyway. Skip lunch.
Yeah. Fast.
If you can't afford it. Skip lunch and get the thing because that'll change your life.
That's right.
You just need one lesson.
You have a whole array of books that you haven't read yet that are just there ready to go.
I reckon I've probably read less than half the books I own.
How many books do you read a month?
I'm trying this year. I'm aiming to do 30 books for the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So 3 books a month you're trying to do.
2 to 3. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Failing horribly at the moment.
That's okay. But imagine if your target...
Imagine I get 28 or 27.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine if your target was 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
I think I'm on books 5
12
at the moment.
Yeah. If it was your book, your target was 12. But then you're like, fuck.
You know what I've been reading? I've been reading Choose Your Enemies Wisely.
I haven't started yet. I just got my hard copy. Have you got a hard copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered it in December and got it delivered not long ago. Oh, in January sometime. Well, late Jan, early Feb. It came from the States.
The book
I like the current one. I've nearly finished it. The Next 5 Moves. Yeah, really good book. There's teachings in that I want to incorporate into future events because I think it'll be beneficial for people too. Yeah.
He also talks about how to...
This is Patrick Bet-David, by the way, who will be on the show one day.
Just copy him in here.
In the near future.
He actually talks about how to build an advisory board in that book.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. But back to what I was saying. James Allen, Atomic Habits, supposedly one of the best books rated by Mark Manson. Do you know who Mark Manson is?
No.
It's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that guy. So he does a book review and he's like, he's read 1,000 books or something. Mm-hmm. He's like, these are the 30 books that have probably changed my life the most. And this was one of them, called Atomic Habits. So he said it's the most practical book he's ever read.
I'm going to write that one down.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get it.
He talks about, there's a saying from the book where they talk about, he says, we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. You know, and talking about brand, you can be pumped and want to build a massive brand, but if you don't have systems in place that are going to allow you to systemize everything you're doing, schedule it, do you know what I mean? Like, dude, imagine you could only post when you could post. It'd be hard because you have to feel good all the time. And the reality is no one feels great all the time. You know what I mean? Everyone has ups and downs. We're humans. So you need to create a system that allows that no matter how you feel, no matter what's happening, no matter what is going down in your life at that point in time, this shit goes out like clockwork.
Make the game easy to win.
Fucking write that down.
Write that down. Get a tattoo.
Buy the t-shirt.
Write it on your arm.
Buy the t-shirt.
Write it on your arm and go to a tattoo parlor and get it tattooed. Make the game easy to win.
Just come to George's office. We'll tattoo you.
We'll do it.
Let's go. We'll get a branding thing. Yep. It'll be make the game easy to win. And
That's it.
Yeah. Straight on. We should get t-shirts, man. We should get merch.
Let's do it. Oh, $1 million day.
Yeah.
Oh, too much.
Why don't we have merch?
Brand. We needed to have this brand episode so we could make merch. If you guys want some merch, the first person, by the time this episode airs, we're going to have merch. All right? We're going to have merch. The first person to share any sort of content on any platform on their brand and do a hashtag
Top George.
Top George. Top George. And tag both myself, Robbie, and $1 Million Days. We will send you out a free t-shirt. Make the game easy to win.
Make the game easy to win, yeah. All right, done. Deal.
Done.
Free t-shirt.
Free t-shirt.
That's sick. Where we're going with that? Oh, yeah, systems. So I think having a system with your branding is really, really important. And we teach people how to create content. We teach them what to talk about. We teach them how to find what to talk about. And we teach them how to systemize it.
Yeah.
You know, we both systemize our content and it goes out like clockwork. It's the only way you're going to stay consistent with it.
Yeah, exactly right. Because if you have to do it everywhere, and especially when you consider we've got multiple businesses.
Yeah.
And if you have to do that and your own personal brand. So you've got your business brand, your personal brand, and you've got multiple accounts everywhere. You can't do that all on your own consistently. You need help. You need systems in place to get it done. And when I say you can't do it on your own, well, you can. You've just got to prioritize time to do that. So if you spend 4 hours a month, you could schedule your whole content.
You could almost, for 4 hours, you could probably post daily.
Yeah. But then the question comes, I can't create that much content. Where do I get all the content from?
Well,
Where do you get all the content from?
Me?
Yeah.
Podcast.
That's it, just this. But what do you... okay, so forget pre-podcast.
Yeah.
Pre-legacy media, where'd you get your content from?
I used to go to the... So, pre-legacy media, pre-events.
Yeah. You see how much we've just... Because I've just wiped off a whole bunch of your content.
Yeah.
By doing pre-events, pre-legacy media.
So prior to that, I used to put up quotes that used to motivate me. Yep. I still do that.
Yeah, me too.
You could put up things you tweet. You could put up what you're doing, like where you're at in that point in life, where you're at, whether you're somewhere, whether you're anywhere. You can show people the day-to-day of your life. You can sit down and record. This is sitting down and recording content. You got to understand, this is content. Yeah. This is long-form content. We sit down and we block our time. Did you know what we were going to talk about when we first met this morning? No idea. I didn't know either. We literally were walking back in the door and we started talking about brand, and I was like, hey, let's talk about brand. Yeah. And then we sit down here and we talk and we schedule the time and we block it out and we sit here and we talk for 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes more, about a particular topic. This is content creation.
You can do that on your own.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit here and do it with Robbie. I did a post by the time you guys see this, a few weeks back, that was literally different videos and text. And I said the 6 things you need to be successful in construction. And then I'd go through and I just said 6 different things. That video goes for less than 10 seconds and probably took 15 minutes to make. That's just myself. That could have made a single post like that. I want to see what else. The cameras you've got on your phones, chances are you've all got a relatively new phone that's less than 3 years old, let's say. If you've got a phone that's less than 3 years old, chances are you've got a pretty good camera on it.
And if you don't, get your life together.
Get your life together. But even, get a GoPro, do something. But the whole thing is, it's like people are hoping that this is, what's the easy way, George? How do I build brands so it's easy?
Document.
Yeah, without a doubt, document your journey.
Yeah, don't just...
People want to see that. You don't have to you don't have to go straight to the private jet before you post photos.
You can if you want.
People with private jets don't post photos. The people without private jets post photos. Just remember that. When we see someone on a private jet, it's not their fucking jet.
I'm scrolling so far down. Everything is podcast or event.
How funny.
Or quotes.
How funny.
But that's okay. Yeah. So I did this. This was 18 months ago almost. And I created a video of me talking about ChatGPT in its first week of coming out.
I remember that.
Do you know what I mean? And I just went and said, I wasn't an expert. I went and sat in front of a computer. I'd used it and I was like, holy shit, this is massive.
Yeah.
And I went and shared
3-minute
what
video.
I know. Yeah, it was like, dude, not even 3 minutes. I think it was like for 50 seconds.
You can do so much, guys. I filmed myself asking Google the other day. Say, hey, Google, play $1 Million Days on YouTube.
That was sick.
Yeah, it was cool. And it goes, playing $1 Million Days on YouTube. Like that in itself is such a simple post and something I just recorded. It didn't have fancy camera work. You could be going on, if you're a builder or a tradie, you could be on site, give your phone to your employee and say, just take photos of me talking to people.
Also, there's two, so this might help because most people don't understand the concept of content. So content does one of two things. It either entertains people or it educates people, right? And we consume content in 3 forms. We either watch it, read it, or we listen to it. That's the only... So you're either making something that someone's going to watch, read, or listen, and you're either making them feel like they've learned something or making them feel a particular way because it's entertaining. Entertainment gives us feelings, yeah? Watch it, it's funny, it's sad, whatever, and it makes us feel a certain way, and that's what we get from it. If you tick those, like it's going to be one of those and one of those. It's as simple as that. Can you entertain and educate? Yes.
Absolutely you can.
You just got to be good.
Yeah. And eventually, let's go back to the business side of things. Eventually, if you're making some good money in your business, invest. Go and employ a media agency to create content for you. Not everything. Eventually, you're going to move off your phone, as in taking photos on your phone, just your phone. You will still do that. You will still do a lot of that type of content. But go and spend 1, 2, 3. You know what? Just go, you know what? I'm going to get a media agency out for the next year. I'm going to invest $15,000. All right? Or $24,000 for the year. That's $2,000 a month for someone to come out and create content at your business every couple of weeks.
Yeah. And it's ongoing. Happens like clockwork.
Yep. And people are not doing it because we've already established that. The majority of people are not doing it, not doing it consistently enough for long enough.
No.
So if you're doing it for a whole year, posting almost 3, 4, 5 times a week, guess who's going to get business as a result of that? Guys, I want to make this really clear. The day that this really clicked for me was back in 2016. I won a $3.5 million job through Instagram with 0 ad spend, but the cost of entry was I was putting out content.
Yeah.
And people also think, oh, I only have 100 followers. I only have 1,000 followers. I only have 450 followers. It's not about how many followers you have.
Not just that.
One person bought my product, not 450.
Yeah, but not just that. Everyone started somewhere.
They all started with 0.
We're all looking at, no one at one point, like if a famous person jumps on a platform and gets a lot of followers quickly, that person at one point in their life wasn't famous. You think just because they're just starting on Instagram that they're just starting their journey. No, they began their journey a decade ago, doing other stuff, doing other forms of media to build that brand over time. And now that they've got brand equity.
That's right. They've still got the brand and built the brand. They just did it through other platforms.
Yeah, they've got brand
We're
equity.
specifically talking about social media at the moment because that's where consumer attention is. Ultimately, that's where everyone's fucking attention is.
Social media is the game.
It is. And I found a photo that I put up on most of my events just to give people a bit of context. We're social creatures and we seek information, we seek things and interaction with other people. 100 years ago, everyone got their information from newspapers. You didn't know what was happening in the world or society unless you read it in a newspaper. So that's how you got your information. Fast forward 100 years, everyone's getting their information from a phone, from a device.
Isn't it amazing how we're such like herd animals?
Yeah, without a doubt.
In the sense of even just reading about other people's experiences makes us feel connected.
Yeah, we are definitely herd animals. We are sheep.
Dude.
We are sheep. And then there's that black sheep in the family, as everyone will say. There's that black sheep that will lead people from time to time. And look at it from the perspective of COVID, all right? We were told, like especially in Victoria, I don't know what the other states were like, but let's just say all of Australia. We were told, you're not allowed to do this. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Can I have some more, sir? Right? Everyone was under the thumb.
Yeah, followers.
It just showed me how much as a society, we do what we are told. We do not rage against the machine. None of that. Whereas you look at some European countries, right? I think something happened in France the other day. Did you see that? They did something with taxes and the whole country rebelled and all the farmers got their tractors and started spraying manure on Parliament House. It was full on. The whole country stopped and then they removed that tax because they knew that those 3, 4, 10 days that they weren't operating, the whole country was fucked.
Australia is a very socially compliant country.
Very much so. They just introduced new taxes, land taxes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing the riots in the street?
No, but you know what? Here's my rebuttal to this. But here's my rebuttal to that.
Yeah.
If you don't like it,
Leave. Go away.
Fucking leave. Like you're in control. You know what I mean? There is no one. You got one of the best passports in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Leave.
Yeah.
You can go into any country and they'll accept you. There's nothing holding you here. You're in control. You either stay and live with it and don't be sad, or leave. Choice is yours. Take responsibility.
Yeah. But this still goes to show, though, how you said we're just very compliant country.
Very compliant country.
Very compliant.
Extremely compliant.
How did we get onto that topic?
We were talking about, who knows? But listen, I know what I wanted to ask you.
Good.
The coffee thing. When I was about to sip my coffee, I was about to ask you a question, and you're like, remember it?
Oh, yes.
Just then?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you stop coffee?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Come on, we spoke about it in a previous episode.
I know. Coffee's good, man.
And then you messaged me randomly once and said, hey, I've got a quick coffee for 3 days.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, so when are you going to do it?
I'll do it tonight, as of tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Saturday.
No, it's Friday tomorrow.
Big day.
Huh?
Big day, Friday.
I won't fuck around. I won't have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll get to work on Monday. Message me. How's your coffee? How's your coffee less than 3 days?
All right. Another question that I wanted to ask you. We're talking about compliance. Oh, yeah. Have you watched Super Pumped?
No.
Come on.
I haven't watched much TV lately.
Come on, man.
I've been busy doing shit lately.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. We said last episode I'm busier than I've ever been. I get home and I'm like, nah.
So
I will watch it. I will watch it. I do trust you. Maybe I'm just going to come to your house one day because I haven't been to your house yet.
Come past.
All right, I'll come past and you can put it on.
Done.
And then I have to watch
7 episodes. It's too long.
How long do they go for?
An hour each.
Shit.
Yeah, you got to.
I'll sleep over.
Yeah, I do.
I'll sleep on the couch.
Another question. We got to that by, sorry, not a question, a statement. We got to that by talking about us being social creatures and being compliant.
Yes, correct.
So what I wanted to add to that was I heard this thing on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he talks about how as humans we are so compliant. Not so compliant. We are such herd animals. Yeah, we like human interaction so much. Whether you an introvert, like extrovert, whatever it is, we need human interaction so badly that when you're in jail and you're surrounded by rapists and pedophiles and murderers and just the worst of humanity, the worst thing they can do to you is put you in a room on your own. Is that not the most bizarre thing ever?
So funny, isn't it?
Isn't it funny? Like, you think that put me in a room by myself, I'll be wrapped. No, put me in a room by yourself and you're stuck with your brain and you go nuts.
Yeah.
And it's mental torture.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd like it.
To be in your room on your own?
I just feel like I could...
Or to go to jail?
No. The room on my own thing. I feel like I can handle my thoughts. Like, I'm in control.
Yeah.
Who's saying that? Me.
You, yeah. It's original.
Huh?
It's an original.
No, I'm saying like, what part of me is saying that? My brain.
No.
So am I in control? My brain in control?
I don't know.
I feel like...
You'll have a lot of time to think about it.
I'll have heaps of time to think about it.
Just got to commit a crime. If you do commit a crime, do something sick. That's many bank robberies these days.
We'll make the news for sure. Make the news. See, what were we trying to... Current affair?
Current affair. Oh, of course. Got to get on a current affair.
A current affair?
We haven't said anything controversial in a little while. I think after having Janet on the show, I think we've gone straight and narrow.
You reckon?
She's put us back in our place. We used to swear a lot. We don't swear much anymore.
Swear heaps.
Do we? Maybe we swear less because of Janet.
Is that a bad thing?
Absolutely.
It's fucking horrible.
Going against our core values.
All right.
Okay, so how do you make the game easy to win? We've spoken about that a little bit. What do you do? So what's systemize mean though?
Schedule everything.
How?
There's so many different platforms.
This is what I want you to tell me.
Meta Business Suite. It's fucking free.
That helps you post on Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook, yeah. But now I'm big on get one thing right. Like most people, I know you're big on omnipresence, and it's right. But
yeah, if you're just starting out, let's not try boil the ocean.
Dude, what did I say? I said that the other day. I said everyone wants to own the ocean.
Yeah.
Fucking own the puddle first.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Own the puddle, then you can go to the pond, then you can do the lake, then worry about the ocean.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to dive into the ocean and they're a little fish.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't do that. That's not how this works. That's not how this game works. You're going to...
Yeah, I agree. So I'll definitely start looking at doing, and the go-to is Instagram and Facebook. They're the easiest ones and they're the biggest ones as well.
Yeah, you don't have to. Your thing might be LinkedIn.
Yeah, and you might get a lot of people. I've seen people get massive on LinkedIn.
Yeah, people get massive on LinkedIn, and that's all they do. And you check Instagram, they got nothing. But their thing is LinkedIn.
Yeah, they double down on it.
And they write blog posts and they create videos for LinkedIn. And they do
I like LinkedIn. I use it every day. Every business day.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
It's okay. I do post on it.
Yeah.
I actually started posting less on it.
I find it interesting to see how many people actually take in my content on LinkedIn. A lot of business professionals, heaps of them take it in and actually see it and watch it and do everything. They go, I love your stuff on LinkedIn. Okay, that's interesting. I never see you like anything.
Dude, I was actually thinking that the other day. I was thinking, because at one point, my engagement really dropped.
Yeah.
And I was like...
I find that too.
And I was like, what the fuck's going on here, man? Like, what am I? Is this shit content? Like, is that what it is? Like, people just they're not tuning in? But then I'd go to a networking event or whatever, and I'd be like, oh, man, I see your post. I saw you shared that thing. And they'd tell me what I shared. And I'd be like, oh, you're watching.
You're watching. You're not engaging, but you're watching.
Yeah, which is okay. That's fine. I don't care about the likes.
No, it's
but to know that you're watching,
vanity metrics, isn't it?
Yeah, to know that you're watching is what I need.
And that's what I see with LinkedIn. A lot of people, like I bumped into someone the other day, like, oh, I see you all over LinkedIn. It's like, cool, like and comment, like and share. But it goes to show that, again, here's the thing with social media too. It's not all about posting. You need to engage as well.
Yeah, I don't do that.
You have to engage. Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. But you need to post. Like if anyone ever spends the time to comment on one of my posts, I always respond to every single person.
I usually like
every single one.
Sometimes I'll respond. Most of the time.
I respond most of the time. Even if it's with an emoji, I'll respond.
Oh, yeah.
Even if because I'm not big enough that I don't need to.
Only respond with emojis.
I only communicate with emojis.
Yeah, that's the language I speak.
I sent my wife a picture of a steak.
Yeah, but
before.
you also don't watch everything. Do you watch everything?
Watch everything is in
Yeah, as in when you can. Because the reason why I don't engage is because I try and spend less time on the platforms.
Yeah.
Dude, I will live on it otherwise. And I do have days. Like there's days I'll stop and I'll throw my phone to a different room and be like, spending way too much time with this now.
Yeah.
Like it's controlling my day.
Yeah. Yeah. So one thing is posting. The other thing is also engagement with your audience too, because you want to be connecting with people and you want them to want to come back as well.
I just go through and like every post I see.
Yeah, I mean, that's still engagement at the end of the day. It is still engagement. But then once you start winning at a few of the platforms, so say it's Facebook and Instagram, starting looking at the other ones. I was really late onto Twitter. Like I've only had Twitter for about 3-4 years or something like that.
Yeah, me too.
Then
Twitter's not big in Australia.
No, it isn't. It isn't. I noticed that. I get very low engagement on Twitter.
Yeah, very,
but I
very
use
low.
Twitter to put a quote out and then copy that so I can post it on other platforms. And then there's Threads, there's TikTok, LinkedIn, as we mentioned, YouTube Shorts. So there are so many platforms now for us to be communicating on, and you need to be looking at them as a whole, for sure, because ultimately having omnipresence will benefit you in the long term, because Instagram may not be around or may not be the thing that people want to use in 10 years' time. And if you've spent all this time, effort and money on that platform and all your content goes down the drain, then imagine all that hard work going down there for nothing. Also, not everyone is on those platforms. So you want to be tapping into a diverse range of people.
So that's true. I agree. And so, okay, someone who does this and they're like, fuck, you know what? These guys are right. And I want to push this thing forward. How do they know what to post?
You can post, I'd start posting what you're passionate about and what you like, because it's easy. It's easy. I said this on the weekend to the guys at Will Coaching, when we had our mastermind, was to become a master at something, you need to invest 10,000 hours at it, right? To be the best at it, or to be a master at it. Someone that knows their shit on a particular topic, on a particular skill, you need to invest 10,000 hours. Chances are, if you're listening to this right now, you've done tens of thousands of hours, not just 10. So you in your own right are a master at your trade. You're a master at your profession. You're a master at your passion. Start posting about it because you know your shit. We said this the other day, talk about peanut butter. If that's what you love, talk about peanut butter. The different shades, the different textures, the different brands. Yeah, I do. I like peanut butter. It's good. All those sorts of things. And as a result of that, you will get engagement with other people that love peanut butter. You may even get sponsored by Kraft, by an overseas company that invites you first class to come and tour their factory because you have such a massive following on peanut butter. Whatever it is, post on your passion. And if it's a business thing, post on your business. Business is also easy.
I'll give you a little hack that I don't know where I saw it, to be honest. But if you log on to ChatGPT, and you can use this on the free version, and you type this in, I'm going to read something. I want you to do some research for me. This is what you type in. I want you to do some research for me. I want you to act as an expert Instagram social media marketer. Tell me 20 frustrations, 20 desires, and 20 fears that, insert whoever your target client is, have with whatever it is you do. Put it in a table format, label x-axis 1 to 20 and y-axis frustrations, desires, and fears. And hit enter. And you will get 60 different ideas of pieces of content that you can create that suit your target client, that touch on their frustrations, desires, and fears. And then here's the best part. You don't have to make 60. Pick 10. Pick 5. Pick 20.
Could even just inspire you to do other things.
It could give you an idea.
Yeah.
Use AI.
Yeah, we did an episode on AI. A couple episodes back.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how far it's come.
Share that?
Sorry?
Did I share that? No.
Share what?
What I just shared?
No, you didn't.
No.
You didn't. Yeah, so it's amazing to see how far the space has come and what it actually can do for you. And you were talking about it in that episode about the people that really double down on this can just really take off and dominate the space.
I think it's going to be, it is the next. So we had the Industrial Revolution, we had the Digital Revolution, and now we're about to have the AI Revolution.
Yeah.
And
I sent you that video last night, wasn't it? About that bloke that did the ChatGPT, but he used ChatGPT to get hundreds of thousands of followers using a similar sentence like that, saying, you're going to be my marketing manager. I will do absolutely everything you need me to do. This is the information. These are my pages. This is this. This is this. This is this. Analyze it. Tell me what I need to do to grow my audience so I've got 100,000 followers in the next year. He followed everything ChatGPT said at all moments. He got 100,000 followers in 1 month.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
In 1 month. And now he's doing the exact same thing. He's given the ChatGPT all these prompts. He goes, this is the body I want to have. This is the physique. These are my current weights. These are my measurements. These are the stats from my health app on my phone of my current sleeping, eating, steps, everything. He loads that all onto the system. It does it. He goes, create a meal plan, create an exercise plan. He took a photo of his gym space. This is the equipment that's available to me. It analyzes the gym equipment. It's like, cool, do this, do this, do this. And he's come up with a whole schedule and he goes, already I've been doing this for 2 months and this is what my body looks like.
And he uploaded
photos
a photo
of himself.
Like, okay,
he goes, I'm not there yet, but look at the progress I've made.
Did you see what ChatGPT responded?
No.
Okay, we need to focus a little more on this from assessing
I didn't
photo.
see that. Yeah, so they assessed this photo.
Assessed the photo, the update photo.
Yeah.
And said, okay, we need to focus a little more around the shoulders, to make sure that it's all in proportion. And
how amazing is that?
Insane, dude.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's it. And now he's going to create that app or the whatever you called Health GPT and sell that to people. Here you go.
That's another thing. Like I shared that as well. The GPTs and the different types.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me.
I never knew that before you told it on the weekend, by the way.
Someone was telling me that this is going to become the next app store.
Yeah.
So you're not going to, you know how now we download apps? You're going to download AIs.
Yeah, and you used to pay someone $50,000 to create an app for you.
Yeah, and that's going to become relevant because an app is a tool that we need to use and AI will do the thing. Do you know what I mean? Dude, knowledge acquisition. I love this stuff. It's a rabbit hole that we could go down. One thing I wanted to share. One thing, I just saw it on my computer and I remember sharing this and I found this really cool when I read it and I want to share it with everyone. And it's this. Your following, so when you create a brand, you create a following, right? And your following equals those people that are paying you attention, but not yet time or money. Mm-hmm. Eventually, your following turn into your community. And your community are those people who are paying you time, but not yet money. And then eventually, people from your community will turn into your customers. And your customers are the people that pay you money. So this has a long-term effect. It will make you... Brand trumps everything when it comes to business and making money and everything else. Like it trumps, literally, it can pay for your life. I've said this before. It can pay for your life. There is people who will pay people to use their product, use their service, influencers, micro-influencers, celebrities, to get them to use your thing. Imagine people were paying you because you had a big brand or a big following or you were as influential as, say, Taylor Swift. How much do you think Taylor Swift pays so much in her life?
No.
Dude, like seriously.
Go to a restaurant, you reckon she's paying for the food?
Probably not.
The fact that she's walked into that restaurant.
They would prefer to take a photo of her in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And that is worth more than her paying bill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the power of brand. I'm not saying be Taylor Swift. Have a bunch of Swifties.
Yes, you are.
Dude, it'd be sick.
It'd be sick.
She's one of the most influential people in the world.
Without a doubt. She could sway governments.
She can.
Imagine she came out now and said, I'm in support of Biden. I'm in support of Trump.
I think she did do that Biden thing. She hated Trump.
I think it would be too powerful. I think she would probably stay out of it because she's too influential in that regard.
There's a lot of talk about her potentially heading down that road in the future because she's 33 or whatever she is.
Yeah.
Everyone's got an expiry date.
Yeah.
Like how long can she perform at the level she's performing at now? And then what's she going to do then? Like what's her next step?
Yeah, well, they said The Rock was going to go for presidency for a little while. There was those rumours out there. And the funny thing is he'd probably win it too.
The Rock?
Yeah.
He'd definitely win it.
Yeah.
The Rock said when he was
building... From a popularity point of view.
So when he was building his brand, he turned around and he said, Fuck, I love this podcast, dude. It makes me think of the most random shit. I don't even know where I watched this.
Yeah.
And this was like, I reckon I watched it in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, right.
And The Rock, this was on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's back on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Sick. The Rock turned around to his branding team when he was going from wrestling to movies and said, I want to be like Will Smith, but bigger. And now he's like Will Smith, but bigger. Loved by everyone. He's, you know what I mean? He's way bigger.
Pre-slap.
Pre-slap, yeah. Pre-slap. Fuck. It's upsetting.
It has to be both.
I like it. Pre-slap. Pre-slap.
Will Smith's a cool bloke, man.
Was.
Yeah. It'd be interesting now, though, however. So, okay, this is a great topic. It'd be interesting to see how he brings back his brand. Because he was at a point where he was building huge amount of brand. I don't know if you remember.
He was going content. Yeah,
he started creating content, and it was fucking good content.
Yeah, he hit the ground running.
It was creative. Like he was doing stuff where you go bang, and the transition would be from this to this.
Yeah, and it was like the whole thing would change. And you're like, yeah,
how good's that? That's so.
He understood the game, dude.
He did.
He came in,
dominating,
and he was the Fresh Prince.
And ever since he was the Fresh Prince.
He was the Fresh Prince, dude. He came in,
and ever since he did the slap, he stopped with his content. Have you seen? When was the last time he really created content? Not as good as
might have unfollowed him.
Oh, did you?
No, I don't know. Oh, I saw that. The AI thing? Yeah, so you see the AI thing of him eating spaghetti?
No. I've missed that one. I'm going to see if I follow him, actually.
Did you unfollow him?
No, I don't even know if I ever followed him.
I did see the spaghetti thing, though. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't follow him.
It was...
That's probably why I don't see any of his content.
It was odd, yeah.
I follow him on Facebook.
Rule number one, you got to follow him.
You got to follow him
to see the content. You got to follow him. You should follow us. You should follow $1 Million Days.
You need to. Oh, here's the spaghetti thing. I'm guessing.
Shall we? No, show yourself.
Oh no, that's not it.
It's like AI. It looks retarded. So,
oh, here we go.
Say that word.
See what the AI can do.
No.
Creating actual footage.
Oh yeah. They're creating footage from nothing. Yeah.
Right.
He. I don't think he can come back.
Oh, I do.
Look, if there's anyone that
Tom
can.
Cruise did.
From what?
Everyone hated Tom Cruise for the longest time.
For what?
When he was on Oprah once and he was jumping on the couch, when he was real out there with his Scientology stuff. It was when he was married to Katie Holmes. It was around that time.
As big as this?
Yeah. What do you mean as big as this?
Big as Will Smith's thing?
Oh, he was unliked.
Dude, that covered.
He was unliked.
Yeah, but this covered. I feel like the only way he can come back is he leaves. What's her face?
Oh, his missus? Yeah.
That's the only way where people will be like, okay, cool, dude. Like you
fucked up.
Yeah, you woke up.
Yeah.
You realized you made a mistake. I could be wrong, but like you realized you made a mistake and welcome back.
I think he will because people forget.
People do forget.
Yeah, they'll move on. He'll make a couple of really good movies and they'll be like, oh yeah, Will Smith's a legend. You watch. They've got Bad Boys 3 coming out now soon. I don't know if it's going to be any good. But
didn't that come out ages ago?
Oh, maybe it's Bad Boys 4. No, 4. I think there's a fourth one just coming out. I saw a poster being put it up. So there's
it's
a fourth
like they're
one.
running out of ideas.
Yeah, 100% they are. They're all living their nostalgia and going back and making all these movies
just
again.
Make the sequel.
But I mean, Top Gun Maverick, that was a sick movie with Tom Cruise. They did a really good sequel to that. Really good. And there's been a couple of them that have been like that. But I think Will come back and I think he will be just as big as ever because he'll make 1, 2, 3 good video movies and then people will be like, oh yeah, he's the GOAT.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I think it always happens. As I said, people forget. Come on,
people
man.
do forget.
It's like how all these. I heard this interesting thing the other day that Kim Kardashian purposely released her sex tape just to get the fame and the branding.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I've heard.
And
that.
it was
I've
with
heard that
who did she do it with? Someone.
Ray J.
Yeah, and then he came out saying it was literally a contract between me, Kim, and her mum. Her mum picked the video that was going to go out to the public because at the time that's how you got super famous. How fuck's that? But there you go, power of the brand. People paid Kardashian $1 million for a 30-second reel, a story, and it disappears in 24 hours.
That's because she has a following.
She has a huge brand. She has a powerful brand. She could say, hey guys, this is the new best T-shirt for men or for women, whatever, and go out there and it'll just sell millions upon millions upon millions.
Yeah, that's another thing. You got to be careful with your brand as well. Like, because someone came to me the other day and they're like, can you pitch our product to your audience.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, what is it? And they told me. And it sounds okay. But I was like, I don't feel comfortable. I've never used it.
Yeah.
I've never been through your services. How do you want me to go and say, hey, guys, I think you should all use this?
Yeah.
And I've never used it. And I was like, I won't do it for that reason. I just don't feel comfortable. You know what I mean?
You're kind of selling out.
Yeah, it's like incongruent.
Yeah.
And I was like, I won't do that. Like, I won't. No, sorry. Like, if I pitch a product, I need to be a fucking fan of it. I need to be.
You believe in it.
I won't. It'd be like me telling you to go do ice baths, and I don't do it.
Yeah.
Or me telling you to go. Be like a fat person telling you how to eat.
Yeah.
Well, and be healthy. Not how to eat. Some fat people can give really good food advice. Like,
Say eat a lot of it.
yeah, like this place has got sick burgers. You know what I mean? And then you're like,
Yeah. I better believe
bro,
you.
you're pretty fat.
I better believe you.
Yeah, I'm going to believe you. Like most fat people, if they say this place has nice food, usually it's pretty nice. It's a good tell.
So fat people, hit us up.
Give us some good
Let us
restaurants.
know where they can go.
Yeah, you know, you didn't have that fat mate growing up? And then when he'd say like, hey, this is sick, you'd be like, oh.
He's not fucking around.
This guy knows.
He's got practice.
This guy knows. Yeah, that's another brand. Fat?
Yeah. 100% it is. 100% it is.
Oh, that's funny.
Man, there's people out there that live through their body in that regard. You know, they create videos of themselves eating food, topless. Do you know what I mean? So it's probably almost a form of pornography, but they'll sit there just eating food. Yeah, people get off on that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I was about to make a comment on it, and then you called it pornography.
Okay. But you know what I mean? There's people, fetishes. They'll do that sort of shit and they'll eat and even just the fact they think they'll want to watch something because it looks disgusting. I don't know.
Nah, but there's also, I think the topless thing's weird, but there is a level of satisfaction of watching particular people eat particular foods.
Is that?
You know again?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know which. I don't know.
I've almost thought about. Do you like food?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like scoffing food. Like I'm
really?
Yeah,
Like, as fast as you can?
Yeah, like I'll smash a burger in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
under. Yeah, it's sick. I thought about making a TikTok channel.
Yeah,
where just smash burgers in like a minute. So they're like, this is a Betty's burger. This is what the burger is.
I'll let you know what it tastes like.
And then give it
a review.
8.2. Yeah.
And there's people that made a good money.
I saw that.
The black guy I was telling you about?
What?
Oh, shit, that's NBC. Why are you so racist? You're just a man. He speaks in monotone from America and he reviews food. And he's got like a following of millions of followers, like really lovely guy. And he goes and he'll go to a business that's struggling and he'll do a review on their food so that it can actually help them get more business because they genuinely make good food.
Never heard of him.
I'll find him. I haven't seen him in a while, but I'll find him. I'll send him to you. I'll say, this is the man, irrelevant of his colour.
Speaking of good food, we should go to Third Wave Cafe in Albert Park.
All right.
Have you been there?
Yeah, absolutely.
You've been there?
I'm a local.
Are they good?
I don't go there regularly.
I've never been there.
Okay, we'll go next time.
Have you seen they've got the rib vlaki?
No, I haven't had
It's like a souvlaki with a rib in it. It looks sick.
You might be changing my life right now.
Yeah, it looks amazing. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was, what were we talking about? Food.
Oh, eating burgers and then reviewing it. You wanted to do a TikTok channel on it.
And then you said something after that. I don't know. Lost the train of thought. But that could be my brand.
Yeah, there's so many things that it can go. You can go in so many different directions. So many. And that's the beauty about it. And you can have fun along the way. It doesn't have to always be a difficult thing. Do you know what I mean? It can be fun. And it is fun, especially when you start nailing it and you start seeing results and people start giving you positive feedback. Here's the other thing. When you start putting out content, you're also going to get negative feedback. Yeah. You're going to be able to deal with that. That's other people's shit, and you need to realize that too. You are going to get the negative comments. You are going to get people hating on you, but that's cool. They're playing a small game. They're not even in the realm of things that you're doing, and that's what you have to recognize.
Never take advice from people on the sidelines.
Yeah. You'll never be criticized from someone doing more than you.
Very true.
It's only from the people doing less than you that'll criticize you. Yeah. And on that note.
I
hope you enjoyed it. It was a good chat. Good chat. I think we have spoken about branding.
Barely touched. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It is such a deep
This could be a couple of hours topic.
This could be
Easily.
an episode a
Well,
month.
we did 3 whole days on it.
Yeah.
We did 3 whole days on content creation and marketing and branding and all that sort of stuff. And the guys that were at that event just got so much out of it because they told us so. They're like, man, there's all these things we're thinking about that we never even took into consideration. Now we're going to go out there and start creating some stuff. And the beauty is I'm seeing it. I'm seeing their socials now.
How good is that? How good is that? That's a flow-on effect from what you taught them.
What we taught them. Action gets reward. Do you know what I mean? They're going out there and they're utilising the skills that they've been taught for their benefit.
That's
so good on them. Good on them for doing so.
Very
guys,
good.
top right-hand corner as always, like, subscribe, share this with everyone that you know on the planet. Even if you haven't met someone before and you're meeting them for the first time, you go, hey, how are you? Have you heard of $1 Million Days?
Yeah. Just go, share this with those you love and those you don't.
That's right. Maybe even with those that you hate.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get them up to, yes, especially the ones that you dislike, because maybe you can elevate them to your level, to your status, because you are all class. And because they're not listening to $1 Million Days, they're bottom feeders.
Let me help you.
Limiting beliefs.
Let me help you. Come, take my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget, tag us, $1 Million Days, at Robbie Chakare, at George Passis, at #TopGeorge.
And we will send you a T-shirt.
And we're going to send you
the merch, the very first. You will get the first T-shirt that's ever made.
Yeah. What it'll say on it is a surprise.
Yeah. I've said it before.
It'll be make the game easy.
Make the game easy to win.
It'll be make the game easy to win tops.
Love your work.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.